Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's One Funny Morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our small
murder
town.
in New Jersey.
He was a lot
Like what is?
with his everything.
Oh,
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
that's Stellan!
Yeah!
Good morning, this is spring in New England. I am fighting with vines that climb up my trees. They start out little down here and all the way up. They're a pain in the butt. Then we have these ones over here that are evil and nasty because they have thorns on them. But anyway, Dina's planting, I'm ripping. Here's Dina. Uppy, uppy, uppy.
Good morning. That was Becca out in the woods in nature because it's so beautiful. And if you're not outside seeing some of this beautiful Jesus lighting, yo, we good? Come up here. Beautiful Jesus lighting that we have this beautiful Monday morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if I'm so excited. Where's the other pillow? So excited because the weather is gorgeous. I know it's a Monday, so that part sucks, but I don't even care. I don't even care. It's Monday. It's not like quite the perfect temperature here because I feel a little cold and my hair is a little crazy. But I'm feeling good. Had the best Mother's Day yesterday. All the kids were home. We had a lovely weekend. Kids came home late Friday. Then they slept most of Saturday. Then they helped me around the house. Good morning, booby. Oh, she said good morning, you guys. Coming up? Come on, let's have two co-hosts. Come on. Get. Come on. She can't just. I'm eating chips. Yeah, I had a smoothie early this morning, but I'm like hungry for something. Come on. Come up. Let's have everybody up here. Let's tell everybody about how great the weekend was. Tell them how much fun you had. How you ate some lavender. We had a great weekend. Pouring rain here. Supposed to be 2 inches of rain. I'm outside of the covered note watching you, so it's not all that bad for a Monday. I know, Kate. It was a lovely weekend. I needed to rip some things out of the carriage house. And so it was all hands on deck. Okay. Not a chicken leg. Rip some walls out. Dean and Jason were moving a refrigerator down the steps. And I think we moved it 6 times to get it up and down the steps. It was a thing, but we worked. Nobody broke anything. Nobody screamed except for me. And Julio starts on the floors tomorrow. It's exciting. Then it was time for presents. Brooke got me some things for my garden. Jacqueline wrote me a poem that only had one bodily function in it. And it was wonderful. And Dean made me a video. And I just can't wait to show it to you because it's so cool. Yeah, I could have yelled pivot, but I think it was mostly, when you bring stuff down the steps and eventually at some point, it's just all on the person at the bottom steps. Well, I knew that was going to be Jason and he's halfway down the steps. I'm going, no one's behind you. Like nobody. You have to come back up the steps so I can get behind you. I don't know what I thought I was going to do. But I thought at least I could say goodbye to him when the refrigerator crushed him. But I didn't want him to be by himself. I was like, bring it back up. Then I got behind him. And then I put a blanket. I said, no, this isn't going to work. Push it back up. And then I got a blanket. As you know, the secret to moving anything is a blanket. I said, put the blanket down and then just gently bring it down the side. Why are you going to try to use muscles? Ridiculous. So I was just going to break his fall or be like, goodbye, I love you on his way down. Oh my gosh. Kim, if you're not following Jacqueline on Instagram, then you don't know what last week was like. But I do put my comments in. Kim, listen, here's who I am at this point in my life. At this point in my life, I say to my kids, you gotta do you. There's no point in trying to be anybody else. Jacqueline can't be somebody else. And then I just spent the day cooking stuff, Di's cooking stuff, so that by the time we all got together, it was Di and Joe, Andrea came. So Kendra, you know, we're in scary times now. Hopefully I won't break anything before the trip. Yeah, I did. I walked her to church every Sunday, so I don't know why in the world she'd be doing these jokes, but she got to be her. She got to be her. Otherwise, there's not going to be another one like her. That is for sure. Yeah. So we did that. Then we're sitting around. Floors are in, cabinets too, waiting on countertops. Oh, Kezzy, a girl, I get you. So now we're all hanging out here Saturday night, chilling out. Did you ever try to watch a movie as a family? I don't think I remember. Like, I think when my kids were younger, like, great, yeah, sure, we'll watch Bambi. Yeah, sure, we'll watch Shrek. You know, like you have to at some point because they're so young. But then they get like, no, the only one that's still here is Birdie. Oh, Vicky, that's nice. I don't know, Joyce. It's either a phase or this is it. Makes my mom crazy. So then there's the phase where you can like watch more adult movies, but you don't know when like a sex scene is going to show up. And then everybody I just look around. Is this what you going to watch? Look around. Katie had the worst Mother's Day. And I think everyone is forgetting my birthday this week too. Katie, listen. Let me give you some advice you didn't ask for. Okay? There was a time where I had a lot of hopes and dreams about my birthday, Mother's Day. First of all, lower your expectations. That is key. Second, throw yourself your own party. You don't wait for people to think of you. Go out, get yourself something nice. And then anything anybody else does, well, this is so lovely. Thank you for thinking of me. That's it. I'm not saying it's okay for people to not acknowledge it. They should. And if they don't, then you have to say something nice. They said, I'm glad you could X. And X would be like the lowest thing they could have done. But you know what would have been nice? And then throw in Cheesecake Factory visit. Or No, let me some flowers. My husband never even acknowledged it was Mother's Day. Kezia, look at my face. Stop it. Something's got to be said. Kezia, something's got to be said. I'm not saying they got to go crazy. You can't pick up some flowers? My favorite ice cream? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Party away. Yeah, Andrea, I planned my own 70th birthday party. I'm seriously considering a roller skating party for my birthday, and that's only if I want my legs broken. Yeah. I'm just saying. Listen. Oh, I said something. Good. Mm-hmm. My son is out of town for work, and my daughter said she didn't remember at first. All right, well, hopefully. My ex never brought me a gift because I wasn't his mother, Sarah. I'm glad he's your ex. My ex told me I wasn't his mother. What is happening? 2 people back to back with the same comment. Today is my birthday. I got a watermelon. I'm so happy about it. It's my favorite fruit. Adi. That's what I'm saying. My husband says the same thing. No. What? My husband always said, you are not my mother. My current husband tells me that every year. Heather, I love that you said current. My ex told me the same thing. My grandfather used to get my grandma flowers at Father's Day because she was the reason he was a dad. Mine says I'm not his mother too. What? I wish my ex a happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Brian, for being the only normal person. My husband tried that crap. I'm not his mother. I got rid of that stuff. What is happening? When I was first married, I've always made sure my husband knew when my birthday, Mother's Day, etc. After a few years, he has never forgotten. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that you birthed all their children. My father used to buy my mom flowers on Father's Day because she made him a father. When my kids were younger, he would get gifts with them. I know. That's why these are all exes. My father-in-law always said that to my mother-in-law also, that she wasn't his mother. We have never been big on celebrating Mother's Day, so now that I'm alone, I got myself 2 bunches of flowers. Lo and behold, yesterday my boyfriend sent me a bunch of flowers, and my daughter sent me a book, and my son-in-law sent me the best coffee mug ever. My son-in-law is my favorite child. Terry, that's the best way to do it. That's what I just said. Get yourself something nice for yourself, and if something else comes along, wonderful. But girl, I celebrated me. My husband decided to not do anything by tossing himself in a hospital stay, but still got time for myself. So blessing in disguise. Yeah. My in-laws got into a fight before entering my house. She got in the car, told him to find his own way home, and drove off. Wow. My fiance bought me Ralph Lauren blue perfume. I was shocked because my ex always said I was not his mom. My ex never bought me anything for Mother's Day. Now his girlfriend buys me presents for all holidays, pisses him off. Katie, that was a lot. Wow. I just realized I didn't acknowledge it was my husband's first Mother's Day without his mom. In all fairness, we got a lot going on. All right, Carrie. You got to do the best you can. Do the best you can. I'll tell you, I did have the same moment. We were in the carriage house, and I was working. I was covered in dirt, as one is. And Jason had to work Saturday a little bit. And then I was talking to Andon, and I looked down the steps, and he was standing there with flowers and a bottle of wine. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, it's for Mother's Day. And I was like, what? I don't know. I mean, that's what's so crazy is listening to these husbands say that you're not their mom, but you made them a dad. And Jason wasn't even involved with these three, and he still celebrated it with me. Daughter, too. I said when I got home. Yeah. Mom had ripped him a new one. He never forgot it. Mother's Day is quite lovely. Yeah, all these people need to remember Father's Day is after Mother's Day. Say nothing. Return the favor. My husband wouldn't let me do anything yesterday. I would like to know, for all the ones that said that, did they get something for their mothers? Why do I feel they didn't do that either? Oh, you mean the men that didn't get their wives something? Did they do anything for their mothers, Sherry? Wow. My kids told me to go ahead and order myself some Starbucks on my app with my money. I ordered food to be delivered when I got home from church because they refused to make lunch. They're teens. Well, listen, they're kind of a-holes in their teenage. Yeah. Yeah. My 15-year-old said, thank you for birthing me. Listen, I saw a video once on Instagram or something where this young girl didn't have a lot of money to buy her grandmom anything for her birthday. So she did a cheer, and it was the worst cheer. It didn't rhyme. It wasn't good. But that grandmom was so elated by this cheer that was clearly being made up on the fly. But the joy that this grandmom had only further fueled the excitement from this girl. And it was beautiful. And that is all I want. I'm like, you got no money? Fine. Give me a cheer. Give me a poem. Make me a video. Dean, maybe I can't wait to show you the video he made. It's extraordinary. But I don't think you need to buy things. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That until I started ignoring Father's Day and said, you're not my father, he changed his train of thought. My husband forgot my birthday. I repeat once. Say my ex said I wasn't one, but I reminded that I'm the mother of his children. Yeah, you shouldn't have to remind somebody of that. Oh, my daughter moved out last hardly a month of being 18 and moves in with boyfriend and mom. It's all right, Monica. She gotta do her. Monica, you did your best. And sometimes it's good to just take a back seat. Let some lessons be learned. Let's see if the other mom any different. She gonna say something there? She gonna tell you not to get your life together and clean up because you pig? Okay, sure, go ahead. We can just go out and get our nails done. That would be so much easier. Not my father. He knows I'm not his mother, but I'm his kid's mother. Queen status. Every day is Mother Day. He spoils me at the end. That's nice. Always give me cards and gifts. It might not be exact, but we have a busy schedule. Yeah, but the gift card we got at a restaurant, and then I paid the tip. So Jen, they took you out. They thought about it. It's a good first step, depending on their ages. 17 is still young. They so dumb. My future son-in-law sent my mom a happy Mother's Day text. He's adorable. Aww. He used to tell my husband that we should stop acting like one of the kids. Otherwise, he should be getting me a little something. We all got riled up on this Monday morning. My ex said the same thing. Gosh. My brother brought me. What, Vicky? And she thinks she's ready. No car, no job, nothing. Monica, let her. What's it? Let them. Let her. God, go have a good time. I'll be here. Call me if you need anything. I'll be here. I'll be sitting on my couch in my house with my heat, my food. I bought myself a t-shirt. My 8-year-old made a picture at school and gave it to me on Friday. On Mother's Day, nothing from him. He said he was going to dust for me, but he forgot. Daisy. Stacey, I don't want to tell you what to do. Here's what I'm going to say. I think, and this is going to hit right here for some people. I have to say that since going through some major life changes in my life, as I sit here in not my house, soon is now becoming our house. The one thing that I think strikes me often is the lessons I'm learning second time around. And the things that I appreciate are little things. So I'm saying, like, I don't need anything big. You don't need to buy me a present. You don't need to. I mean, if you did, I was sure that would be lovely. But every morning he goes out and he waters the flowers in the morning. And I love it. And he bought me flowers on Mother's Day. And I think it's, he says, thank you. I made him a smoothie this morning. He said, that was so thoughtful. And I think that, and this isn't to say that those things don't happen in long-term decades. I was married for 2 decades, more than 2 decades. I just think that, and part of this is a lesson for all of us, right? We need to appreciate more. And we need to have those conversations because it doesn't take a lot to acknowledge days like this. But doing nothing is not okay. And speaking up for yourself and saying, this doesn't make me feel good. This doesn't make me want to give more if it doesn't feel like a partnership. I don't know. I remember being on a date with Jason very early. Might have been our first date. And they'll tell you you're not supposed to talk about past relationships. You're not supposed to have real heavy conversations on the first date. And I was really standing by that on our first date. And our conversations were pretty light. But at some point he said, do you think you'd ever get married again? And I know a lot of people who have gotten or, found themselves divorced, and some are like, I'm never going to marry again. Other people are like, I'm open to it. And so I immediately said no. And then I said, I want to change my answer. And he was like, what? I go, I want to change my answer. This is only a first date. And he goes, okay. And I said, I think I'm a really good partner. I'm really good with a partner. I think in my mind, I was like, I just didn't have the right one. And so, I don't know, you always, see those things on Instagram, where, people are talking about here, the amazing things in relationships. And they say, the best ones are the ones where you're friends too. You start out as lovers and then become friends. And those are the ones that have the best outcomes. I laughed until we cried because my husband wanted to help me and took out 4 bags of donations to Goodwill, which apparently included bag of trap. Yep, trash. I know. Brooke made me a beautiful card that she drew with water paint. My son's boyfriend gave me a gift card to Starbucks. I love it. A handmade card craft my husband made with my daughter. It's a moving card of her hugging me, and I says, I love you, Mom. Doing yard work with 0 fighting. I know. Well, she did say, she told me that last night, Judy. She said, I'm going to buy the Netflix. So now she'll be able to watch Nona's and she'll be able to watch Nona's and Love on the Spectrum. My fiance, no kids, have brought me all new appliances and more, and does more than her dad for my daughter. Yeah. When I paid the tip, they were confused and said, didn't they just get the money from them? I said, no, that's the bill for the waiter. And that's why I'm single. I'm the oldest teacher at my school. 2 of my coworkers sent me Happy Mother's Day. Why do men always think offering to do housework as a gift is acceptable? It's their house too, and they should be contributing every day. Wow. My daughter's cookout because my husband's on a kidney stone. Yeah, Coley, I get it. I had an ex say he's not a planning person. Joey, you can't plan to say happy birthday. I ignored that red flag for too long, girl. Yeah, you can change your answer at a time. I might change it again. After 4 decades, we still say please and thank you to each other. My daughter welded me a steel L to use as a plant trellis. I love it. My husband didn't say happy, nor did he even ask to talk about it. What? I know, Andrew, you're the best bonus mom to like 1 million people. Chris Bass, how are you? 5 to 10 times a day, easy. We all need to hear that. No, it's true. It's true. I love when my husband is so proud he folded clothes, but then he says, I know you're going to refold them though, and he's not wrong. Did you hear there was an amazing story in the New York Times? And it talks about this woman, Beth, maybe. Beth goes to her mailbox, and Beth had been expecting a package in the mail, but she wasn't expecting this. So it says she had gone to the mailbox and saw a note, a letter from on a matter pertaining to her teacher who had recently passed away. But she wasn't expecting this. And so the whole article was about this teacher of art appreciation at a local school, like a community college. And this teacher had the best reputation for, number one, being a very difficult class. It was art appreciation, but also having extremely close relationships with her students, that these students really loved her, loved how she taught, unless they hated her, and became part of her family. And she said she had about 31 students that she had still close ties with after decades long. So these students are now 45-ish. And this woman gets this letter in the mail because the teacher had died at 89 a few years ago. And she had been notified that the teacher had left something special to 31 of her students, and that she would find out at a later date what it was. And so this woman goes to the mailbox and expecting to see, like, she knew it was money. But she said, I expected, maybe I can go to like a local craft store and get something to just remember her by. And she opened up the envelope, and in it was a check for $100,000 from her teacher. And then the article goes and breaks down a couple of these different stories. I think one of the guys' names was Ryan, and Ryan did not have a great relationship with his family, but met this teacher in college, and she really took him under her wing, and he really started helping her. Her house, she said she was like a self-proclaimed hoarder. She kept everything, and so her house was very disheveled. Her yard was disheveled. And even though the people in the neighborhood loved her, they were like, you're going to need to clean this up. So eventually some of these students would come over and they would help clean out her house. Like they really became part of her family. And so she gave away. So she had accumulated in her life because she drove a Toyota Corolla. She never spent on anything. She accumulated $2.8 million by the time she died. And she gave money out to 35 people, 31 of them being students. And the gifts ranged from 26,000 to 200 and some thousand. And it was all based on how close of a relationship she had with each of them. And so it was just this beautiful story. And each of the students, she passed in 2020 during the pandemic, and they couldn't have services for her. So they did like a Zoom service. And all of these students got on the Zoom together and cried and told stories and laughed together. And it just was the most amazing story that you ever heard. And she had never gotten married. She never had kids. And so her students became her children. And so it was this great story, but it really does, especially I know for Mother's Day can be really hard for people who have lost a parent, a mother specifically, people who don't have great relationships with their mother. And you start to realize that, those relationships, those maternal relationships can happen in so many different ways. And, how many people do we celebrate besides just our biological mothers on that day? And sometimes your best friends are almost like your mother. They're the ones that call you and be like, are you okay? Did something happen? Yeah. Yeah. It was so beautiful. It was a really lovely story for Mother's Day. I think, eventually we're all going to lose our moms and maybe not have the mom that we dreamed of or wanted. But you find women to substitute and be there. Yeah. Sounds like your sips, Judy. I think about them. So hopefully you had a day to be celebrated or to celebrate, or step into that part of your life where you celebrate yourself. And, you come to find the power in relying on yourself and realizing you can figure it out. Even on the days that you feel like you can't, you just got to call. There was a meme that I saw yesterday. I was cracking up. I think Missy's here, but Missy, I was going to send it to you. And it was just this clip where she was like, hey, I just wanted to call you and tell you the awful day I had, and just wondered if you had like a 3-hour time that I could just explain all of the ways that my life is horrible. Okay, good. Like that. I was like, that's what you need. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Marie, I'm sorry. Yeah. It is. It's hard. My husband cooked me dinner. I'm disabled and unable to stand in the kitchen and cook. He cooks all of our meals and he's good at it. But does that alone make it Mother's Day? No other acknowledgement. I had to remind him it was Mother's Day. He went to the store. No flowers. Yeah. Well, Leanne, I think you Listen, you can only say it once. After that, then you got to decide. I don't know. I also think like that move into doing the things that make you happy. It's like a sad moment where you're like, I have to do this for myself, right? There's that pang. You're like, why I got to do this for myself when I'm in a relationship with somebody? There's a pang for sure. But I think it's the beginning of the journey of you figuring out what you want and what you're willing to do to bring some happiness to yourself, because I don't think that it's up to somebody else to make you happy. And I think that that is the very long journey that I have been on. And I don't know, maybe it's not for everybody, but yeah. Oh, Cindy, I'm so sorry. But you know, do you ever think about like what would life look like if I just started doing things that made me so happy? Oh, I'd be poor. Well, I might be happy. Poor. So you never know. You never know. But girl, no more disappointed Mother's Days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, been married 22 years. All right, Leanne. Well, Leanne, start thinking about what Leanne maybe think today. What would you have liked for Mother's Day? Go buy it. And you know what day you should order it? A couple days before Father's Day. Get the delivery to come on Mother's Day. Oh, yeah, you can, Katie. Katie said, I can't afford to do things for myself. Yeah, you can. Yeah, get up early. Go drive somewhere and watch the sun come up. The things for yourself, they're not always monetary. Things for yourself are time, getting together with your friends, doing something for yourself. I don't know. I sometimes think that we women think that it's selfish to put ourselves first. And what a crock of crap that is. That's a shame. I don't know when that kicks in. Maybe it's kids. Yeah. Allie, you got to tell them. And listen, I'm not sure when I started telling my kids that they hurt my feelings, but I feel like you need to tell them. They need to know that you have feelings. I mean, there's times where they don't understand that there are other people on the planet. That's phase one. Then there's the phase that we're in now where like they understand that I'm here. They just don't have any money. But they will always do something creative. That's all I need. Very nice. Bought my mom and aunt some flowers. Nice to just sit and talk. I literally have no time. I have to work 3 jobs. Katie, you gotta find something. What's the point in doing these 3 things if you're not doing anything for yourself? It's not sustainable, girl. Trust me. You don't know how many people are in this chat right now that have been you. I am eating chips for breakfast. They're just corn chips. I just needed something in my belly. Katie, listen to me. You're on your way to burnout. I don't know how much younger you are than I am, but girl, I've been you, and it's not fun. Maybe just get up a little early, do some yoga for yourself. You're like, I hate that. Me too. I hate that I said that to you. Yeah. Oh, Carol, that sounds nice. I was going to the store to buy stuff for the grill for dinner yesterday, but I decided to go get myself a couple outfits and tell my husband to figure it out for himself. Good. Because you're like, why am I going to the store to make this dinner? I'm going to go hit a Marshall's or something. Nolan took me to the Phillies game. How did he know you love that? We are planning my first girls trip. Never been anywhere without family members. I'm 47. So excited to do something for me. Yeah, if the caretaker doesn't take care of herself, how's she gonna take care of anybody else? The best gift was the phone calls from my 3 kids. Just conversations about what we're doing and having going on. Priceless, said Marianne. Listen, this is the perfect mix. Lower your expectations. Tell your kids to get creative. I'm like, listen, don't buy me stuff. Just make up a poem that doesn't rhyme. Make me a video. Get me something for the garden. Yeah. I had a good marriage for 20 years until my husband had a major surgery and became addicted to painkillers. And when it escalated to abuse, I took my 3 kids and left with the clothes on my back. The hardest thing I've ever done. It was rough years, but then it was a beautiful life all on my own. It's possible. Yeah. I have learned I will get no Mother's Day gift, so I buy myself whatever I want. 1 blood child, 3 stepchildren. I did get 2 texts from Steph kids and a half-hour call from my daughter at 8:30. This week I will go buy myself a gift. Don't know what, but I'm going to make it good. Missy said the letter Carly wrote me was amazing. I'm still smiling. Yeah. We got her gifts, of course, but she gives my sister and I gift cards to Kohl's for Mother's Day. Oh, that's nice, Victoria. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Mother's Day is a funny one. But if you expect that you are going to be pampered, that might be a mistake. That might be a mistake, unless you're the one scheduling the pampering. And Andrea knows I'm all about my garden. So I was just like, let's just sit in the garden and we could just talk. I just loved it. How did you handle the first year of your divorce? Did you feel awful on Mother's Day and your birthday because there was no one there to kind of lead the celebration? No, I did not. No, those were not the days I felt awful. I think I celebrated Mother's Day more. The other holidays were hard for me. The ones where like my whole family would get together. But no, on Mother's Day, I felt powerful. I was like, I'm just not going to do this anymore. And I think that's also too, when I was just like, I spent years being married and maybe wondering why I wasn't feeling appreciated, and maybe that was somebody's job. I think that's why this is my philosophy now. I think that especially when your kids get older and you don't see them all together at the same time, like I get it now when my mom's like, I just want all the kids together. I get that now. But no, I think I had spent so many holidays getting nothing anyway. So no. I think you would be hard pressed to find a woman who was completely adored and cherished and lavished with gifts on Mother's Day who wasn't still with that person. I think most of the women who are by themselves or divorced I don't know, I've crossed over. I don't know. I just made sure I bought something beautiful for my mom. My son and I cried a lot. We all went to the cemetery until Anna. I can imagine. It's lovely that you have each other. What a beautiful legacy your daughter has left for you, and your grandkids, and this beautiful man. That's hard, Anna. Marta, I can go back and see if I can find it. Let's see. I think it's too far back. I don't see it. If you write it again, I'll read it, Marta. I don't see it. Yeah, you're right, Joey. For me, trash day was the worst. We pulled the weeds and cleaned the patio and rototilled the garden for my mom. I would love that. Funny, my ex tells me to have happiness on all the holidays and such now as opposed to when we were married. That's interesting. I'd be like, thank you. I don't know. I think I've changed a lot just in the way that I think about holidays, and what I expect from a partner, which is, I was going to say, which isn't much, but I think it is. I think I do expect much. But my much might be different than your much, And I think all of that, kind of comes together. Nobody that's coming around second time around is like not coming with some kind of baggage. And hopefully my baggage works with your baggage. And if they don't work with your baggage, we're like, we're going to need some new bags. It's very complicated and beautiful, especially after heartache. Yeah. Like that. Our first one was terrible. And now she's remarried. He sends her flowers and stuff from the kids. I spent 8 years in abusive marriage when my kids were toddlers. I found my way out because I couldn't have it be that way. It took many years to do for me. I'm 48, and only the last 2 years I've changed. Late, but never too late. Yeah. I painted my house and hung out with my hubby and kids. It's the best. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. Well, Father's Day is next. Let's see how that goes. I can't wait to hear the follow-up story. What is it? June something. It's a month from now. I'll be interested to see when we do our pack out of how was everybody's Father's Day, to hear what everybody said and cried during the month. I went to work and didn't tell anybody Happy Mother's Day. I did post and spread of presents. Oh yeah, Crystal. Oh, Michelle's getting ready for a wedding for her oldest son. Michelle, weddings are always exciting. That's why God made our day first. Oh, that's what you got me or did. Okay, no. Let me just write this down. Is anything else coming? I just want to make sure I write down all the nothing. Okay. Gotta write nothing. Yeah. No, it was so nice. So I made dinner Saturday, and Di made like a couple of breakfast bakes, so we would have them for Sunday. Andrea made the bacon. She was helping me cook the bacon. And I made a great time. And then the kids came and cleaned everything up, and it was so nice. Yeah. So yeah. And now hopefully my husband wants all the kids here for you still sit around talking. No gift, he says. The gift of having all our adult kids together is all he could ever ask for. That's nice. Yeah. The bacon was good. Mm-hmm. Father's Day is on the anniversary of my father's birth 102 years ago. Mm-hmm. I take Father's Day too. I take the kids out for the day together. I deserve it. I'm not their father, but I've been their dad all these years. I tossed the ball, went to all the games. I taught them all of it. That's Jen. She said she takes Mother's Day and Father's Day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Dean 2.0. No, it was good. It was good to see them yesterday. It was good. It was good. We had a good time. I just love listening to what they're up to. My husband always jokes and says, I'm not his mother. He has never missed one yet and always makes it so sweet and special. On my very first one, our son Zach was 2 months old. My husband put a shirt box sized gift on top of Zach and said, look, Zach got you a Mother's Day gift. It was so cute and sweet and funny. I'll never forget it. Thank you to my hubby, Tom. That's like Nolan taking Stephanie to the Phillies game. He'd probably pick the tickets and everything. He was like, I know that this lady wants this. Even though I don't talk yet, he ordered it in the middle of the night. That Nolan, he's the best. And one day Steph's going to be like, you know what he did? His room is disgusting. His room is disgusting. I don't think he brushes his teeth. And I'd be like, sounds like Dean. Sounds like you did a great job. Samesies. Mm-hmm. My girlfriend went to a wedding on Saturday and told me that I wasn't invited, but she took her grandchild. What do I do about that? She is 10 years older than me. Went to a wedding and told me I wasn't, but she took her grandchild. What do I do? She said, Jim, you put a lot of information in there. I'm not sure which part you want me to talk to you about. This is the first year I will not tell my kids to do something for my ass. I usually plan to Father's Day even after the 4th. Good, Allie. Why would you do that? Girl, that ain't your job. How old are your kids? Stop it. Look at my face. I know too much. Hashtag I know too much. Stop it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. I'm not going to say anything. Look at my face. You want to buy something for somebody, tell your kids to buy me something. There's a lot of stuff I love. Mm-hmm. Be like, why are we sending Dina a present? Because it's a special day for her. Like her birthday's not till September. And they would know when my birthday is. But no. That was nice of you. We're not nice anymore. Listen, it depends on, my advice also depends on what day you catch me. Do you ever notice that? Do you ever notice some days your advice is, no, that's probably not what they meant. You was probably reading into it. Other days I'm like, no, leave them. Did you ever listen to even your own advice on certain days? You're like, no, maybe just talk to him about it. Maybe he just didn't understand. Maybe, you know what? Maybe you got to own some part of that. You know what I mean? And other times you're like, yeah, no. And then use a lot of curse words. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're just like, no. Who are you? No. You don't deserve that. Girl, you got to move on. I'm very shaky. I miss some flower and tell mother for me for making you a dad. Yeah, you should, Kezia. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I should tell people that. I'm like, just take this with a grain of salt. I'm about to get my period next week, so here's my advice. You know what I mean? They'd be like, how close are you to your period? I'll be like, it's far enough away. Tell me what happened. I can give you some good advice. You know what I'm saying? So funny. My girlfriend went to a wedding on Saturday and told me I wasn't invited. I met them and they were nice. Again, I still don't know what we're saying, Jim. I need you to use shorter sentences. Who's them? My girl went to a wedding on Saturday and told me I wasn't invited. Period. Do you want me to comment on that? Because then it says, I met them and they were nice. I don't know what we're saying. I'd be flipping my shirt back and forth all the time. I think I like your period advice better. Katie, it is. Listen, it's abrupt and it's probably the honest. I tend to sugarcoat things when I'm not near my period. You know what I mean? You'd be like, well, maybe, just think about it this way. Period, Dina is like, no, that's never going to happen. He's never going to buy you anything. Buy yourself some shit and move on. That's it. That's what, what period would Dina say? This ain't going to last long. Shouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Period Dina will tell you exactly what she thinks. Period Dina don't take anything. We're on the same schedule, yeah. So with Mother's Day, but he made super sure my kids gave his new wife Mother's Day. I'm sure there's nuh-uh. Yeah. Yeah, you better order your menopause shirts. Comma Jim is feeling her because she didn't take him to the wedding. Okay, so I think he told her he wasn't, but then the girlfriend then took her grandmom. Is that right? Okay. All right. I think it says girlfriend didn't take him to the family and took the grandchild instead, feeling a little left out. Okay. Thank you for translating, Jim. Yeah, I think that's weird, comma Jim. It's Pennsylvania Dina and Jersey Dina. Maybe that you're right. Pennsylvania Dina is probably nicer. Jersey Dina, don't take her places. Jim, I think it's weird. I mean, it would be different. If she had asked you and you said no, then you can be like, hey. Or maybe she should have come to you and said, listen, I would really like to take my grandchild. Are you okay with that? If somebody came to me with that, Jim, and had a conversation with me, then I think I'd be like, okay. But to just do it seems weird. My girlfriend went to wedding and she told me I wasn't invited to it as her date. Yeah. How long you been dating? Wait, Jim, how long you been dating? Because that has a lot to do with it. Before you answer, you can start typing because you probably type slower than I'm talking. If it's less than 6 months, I mean, right? I'm going to let you give me your answer before I tell you what I think. Because there's the clear answer. One way. 7 years. Okay. Yeah, no, that's messed up. Did she ask you if it was okay or she just did it? Because Pennsylvania Danielle is very straightforward. You must be in a different township. Yeah, no, 7 years. No, that's something's wrong with that, Jim. Did she ask you or did she tell you? And how old is the grandchild? She didn't ask you. What did she say when you brought it up? Did you tell her? Say, what's this about? Yeah. Yeah. That's a little. She is 12. What did she say did you tell her? Did you say, hey, what do you mean I'm not going? I don't know. It's a little suspect, Jim, for sure. Is she tired of being a 7-year girlfriend? Jim, ball's in your court. Yeah, this has got layers. Jim has got layers. And maybe we need a little bit more. And yeah, there, Judy said maybe he needs to put a ring on it. Jim, she's still your girlfriend. Have you talked about marriage? Let me put it like this. I always think some people don't care about being married. Some people are like, we don't ever have to get married. And that is not a bad thing. I used to think it was bad. But if one person wants to get married and the other doesn't, then it doesn't work. But if both people are fine not being married, that's fine. But I think we need to know what is that dynamic, Jim? We can unpack it for you. Yeah. Yeah, Kathy asked, we're trying to find out if he asked her, why didn't you take me? Jim said, I am not getting married. Jim, does she want to get married? This is going to clear up a lot of stuff, Jim. We're going to wait here. Now we're all on the edge of our seat waiting for Jim to answer these questions. And listen, no judgment. I mean, some, mostly from Shakendra. But we're not going to be mad, Jim. Comments, been there, done that. Okay, that's fine. But does she want to get married, Jim? Has she said that she wants to get married? This could be the clincher. She does not. Oh, Jim, this is getting good. Jim, on a scale of 1 to 10, he's like, all right, hit me. Is this a good relationship? Let's take the wedding out of it. Scale of 1 to 10. You're like, this is a good relationship. We're good to each other. We enjoy each other's time. Have you broken up before? Like, where would you put this number? Or is that Jim's assumption? Yeah, listen, he's just, we get, Was the ex-husband at said wedding? We got so many questions, Jim. You don't even know what you did. You just opened a can of worms. Do you have kids together? No, they couldn't, Joey. No, because it's her. He specifically said it's her grandchild. I thought it was yes. When she comes down to my house, it's great. Well, what happens when you go to her house? Jim, you specifically said, when she comes down to my house, it's great. So you guys don't live together. There's a lot here, Jim. There's a lot. Yeah, at least she didn't take her ex-husband. Comma, Jim, in the future, I'm going to need you to ask deep, thought-provoking questions a little earlier in the show. It's great, too. All right, well, then you gotta just have a straight conversation. If it's good at your house, good at her house, nobody wants to get married, doesn't seem like there's any ulterior things happening, then you gotta just say, did you straight up ask her, how come you didn't ask me to go to this wedding? I know, Patty, but for her to have a grandchild, they've only been together for 7 years. So she said, do they have children together? That would be highly unlikely, is my point. If they've been together for 7 years and she already has a grandchild. I don't know how old they are, but just based on those numbers. Her husband died from COVID. Wait, that was not 7 years ago. Jim, you're unpacking a lot. No. He said no kids. Oh, I think he said she is older. Yeah, Jim, listen, I think you got to just ask her straight up because listen, we're all coming to this. Okay, you now have 300 different pieces of advice and 300 therapists all coming with their own backstories who are like, wait a second, was Jim at the shore when he asked her, or because everybody's coming to it with some anger. Does Jim smoke? Listen, there's too many therapists. Yeah. It's fine. Jim, you gotta ask, you gotta talk to her. Okay, because all these ladies are either about to light a pitchfork or they're about to cuddle you. And I mean, it could go anyway. It could go either way. So it was nice meeting you. And we wish you the best. Yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah. I would love to do like a call in where people just call you and just ask you life questions. Like, nah, that's dumb. That's dumb. Don't do that. Because my answer would be like, break up with them. My answer for everything would be, no, you don't need that. You deserve better. Break up. Yeah. There's some good advice here, not a lot. Keep that in mind. So, yeah, it's too much. All right, listen, I gotta go. It's been great. Yeah, math is not mathin'. I'm not even good at math. And I know that math's not mathin'. Dottie, shut it down. Shut it. So listen, this was fun. And it's great. And I think we have some more people joining us because now we are officially down to like, there's only 2 weekends left until Vail. So there's a lot happening. So we have a couple more comedians to meet and see. It'll be great. So that's it, everybody. It's Monday. You had a great day. Tonight's Ugly Monday. If you'd like to join us, we'll be here 9ish to chit chat some more about some dumb stuff. And that's it. Yep. Time to go plant some stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like Judy from Saskatoon and Good Time Andrea say, don't trust people named Jim. They say it all the time. What? Judy's like, I didn't say that. Yeah, you did. Shut up. That's it, everybody. Have a great day, a blessed day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.